Galaxy 666 by Pel Toro. Session 33.
Welcome back, everyone, to Galaxy 666. As always, your faithful guide, Tug, here. Let us first refresh ourselves as to what is happening in the story. Reading Badger books is somewhat akin to taking a long train ride. One is likely to nod off and reawaken unsure of how far down the track one has gone. So, our heroes have come to a planet in Galaxy 666 so as to try to understand the nature of the strange galaxy itself. They briefly experienced an inexplicable phenomenon when their ship, the Space Greyhound, was pitched at random and then crashed, for some unknown reason, onto a planet. The ship was completely destroyed. The crew were not so lucky. And now, marooned on the planet, they are spending their time not preparing for a survival situation as one might expect, but walking around and pontificating. Our team is still keen to understand the nature of Galaxy 666 and the planet they are on, but they seem to be making no tests, taking no measurements, and conducting no analysis, presumably because all their equipment was destroyed. Rather, as pointed out before, they are contented to look at things and ask, as Pell put it, deep questions, probing into philosophy and metaphysics, asking the ultimate questions and being no closer to the solutions than men had ever been. Their ponderings result in their general conclusion that Galaxy 666 must be the waste of the rest of the universe, the negative version of reality without which the positive, normal version cannot exist. This is the genesis idea of the story, what the whole novel is about. And one can't help but wonder if we, the readers, are expected to take the obvious hint and assume that the novel Galaxy 666 is itself the waste of the rest of mankind's literature, without which the great works of literature could not exist. Now that the full idea of the novel has been revealed, we have only to wade through the remaining half of the book. As we are approaching the halfway point through our novel and our time together, this may be a good opportunity to take a break from analyzing the book and discuss for a moment the deeper unseen pools of humanity that swirl about us. When I lived in Cornwall, England, I heard once of a mailbox placed out on Bodmin Moor. It wasn't an official mailbox, it just had that general look to it. People would track out to this mailbox and leave letters, and pick up letters from those left there. This evolved into the pastime called letterboxing, where one would receive a map reference and a cryptic clue from which they had to go and find a sealed container. To get the clue and map coordinate, one had to find someone with another clue to trade. You revealed your clue, and they would do the same. This often occurred at pubs. The sealed containers would contain a stamp, a notebook, and small trinkets. The people would stamp their book with a unique stamp to show they had found it, write a note to the next explorer in the book, and take one of the trinkets in the box while leaving another. This next evolved into geocaching, which is the same thing except using a handheld GPS and GPS coordinates. Now you sign up on online sites and get clues and off you go. The point is this. There was a whole society of people going around looking for these clues that existed all the time, functioning right under my nose, and I never knew they existed. There are boxes hidden near you now, on your way to work, close to your train station, and unless you have been exposed to their existence, you probably know nothing about them or the people who hunt for them. There is a completely remarkable and vibrant group operating without your knowledge whatsoever. This is the same with Badger books. If this is your first exposure to Badger, you may be thinking how strange this one book sounds. Maybe you have started to think about tracking down another just to see if it is equally bad. If you continue down that Badger hole, like the letterboxing and geocaching, you will soon discover a vibrant and vast micro-society focused on these novels. Some members of this society have set out to collect all the Badger book editions. Some are just seeking out Lionel Fanthorpe's. There are often readings of the Badger works done at different conventions and in small groups at colleges. Lionel and Patricia have been celebrated speakers at conventions. There are Fanthorpe clubs that follow his television shows and other publications as well. Galaxy 666 is just the tip of a gigantic iceberg that has been waiting for your Titanic to come floating along. I would encourage you, if you are enjoying your travels through Galaxy 666 with your faithful guide, that you go a little deeper and see what other opportunities might exist for you to enjoy these fantastically bad novels. For those who gather to celebrate Badger, there is no goal except to have fun. It has been a great trip so far, filled with much unexpected treasure, and I am expecting no less as we continue on into
Galaxy 666.
Here ends Session 33.